Have you ever felt overwhelmed because you couldn't say no, even when you really wanted to? Today, we're going to explore how learning to say no and setting personal boundaries can significantly reduce anxiety and improve your mental well-being. Anxiety often stems from overcommitment and a lack of personal boundaries. Many of us struggle to say no, fearing disappointment or conflict. However, setting boundaries is crucial for maintaining mental health. In this video, we'll discuss why it's important to set personal boundaries, how it can help with anxiety, and provide practical tips for asserting yourself. 1. Understanding personal boundaries. What are personal boundaries? Personal boundaries are the limits we set for ourselves in relationships, work, and daily life. They define what we are comfortable with and how we expect others to treat us. Boundaries can be physical, emotional, or mental, and they are essential for protecting our well-being. The importance of personal boundaries. Setting boundaries helps us prioritize our needs and values. It allows us to take control of our lives and prevents us from being overwhelmed by external demands. Without boundaries, we risk burnout, resentment, and increased anxiety. Types of boundaries. There are several types of boundaries, including physical, emotional, intellectual, and time boundaries. Physical boundaries pertain to personal space and touch, while emotional boundaries involve separating your feelings from others. Intellectual boundaries protect your thoughts and ideas, and time boundaries help you manage how you spend your time effectively. 2. The link between boundaries and anxiety. How lack of boundaries causes anxiety. When we fail to set boundaries, we often take on too much, leading to stress and anxiety. Constantly saying yes to others can leave us with little time for ourselves, causing us to feel overwhelmed and undervalued. This constant pressure can exacerbate anxiety symptoms. The role of boundaries in reducing anxiety. By setting clear boundaries, we can reduce the sources of stress and anxiety in our lives. Boundaries help us manage our time and energy more effectively, allowing us to focus on what truly matters. This can lead to a greater sense of control and reduced anxiety. Benefits of healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries contribute to improved self-esteem, better relationships, and a more balanced life. They allow you to prioritize your mental health and well-being, leading to decreased anxiety and increased overall happiness. 3. Practical tips for setting boundaries. Identify your limits. Start by identifying your limits. Reflect on situations where you feel stressed or anxious. What are the common factors? Understanding your limits is the first step in setting effective boundaries. Communicate clearly. When setting boundaries, clear communication is key. Be direct and assertive when expressing your needs. Use I statements to convey your feelings and avoid blaming others. For example, say, "I need some time to myself after work," instead of "you always demand too much from me." Practice saying no. Learning to say no is a powerful skill. Practice saying no in low-stakes situations to build confidence. Remember, you have the right to prioritize your well-being. It's okay to decline requests that don't align with your needs or values. Use positive language. Frame your boundaries positively. Instead of focusing on what you can't do, emphasize what you can do. For example, say, "I can help you with this project tomorrow," instead of "I can't help you right now." Be consistent. Consistency is crucial when setting boundaries. Stick to your limits and don't waver under pressure. This helps reinforce your boundaries and ensures others take them seriously. Anticipate reactions. People may not always react positively to your boundaries, especially if they're used to you saying yes all the time. Prepare for these reactions and stay firm in your decision. Over time, people will adjust to your new boundaries. 4. Overcoming guilt and fear. Understanding guilt. Feeling guilty about setting boundaries is common, but it's important to recognize that prioritizing your needs is not selfish. Remember, taking care of yourself allows you to be more present and supportive for others. Addressing fear of conflict. Fear of conflict often prevents us from setting boundaries. However, avoiding conflict can lead to more significant issues down the line. Approach conflicts calmly and respectfully. Most people will understand and respect your boundaries if communicated clearly. Building confidence. Setting boundaries requires confidence. Start small and gradually work your way up to more significant boundaries. With practice, your confidence will grow and setting boundaries will become easier. Seeking support. Don't hesitate to seek support from friends, family, or professionals. Sometimes, setting boundaries can be challenging, and having a support system can provide encouragement and guidance. 5. Maintaining boundaries in different contexts. Boundaries in personal relationships. In personal relationships, boundaries help maintain mutual respect and understanding. Be honest with your friends and family about your needs. Encourage open communication and mutual respect. Boundaries at work. In the workplace, boundaries are essential for preventing burnout. Set clear limits on your availability and workload. Don't be afraid to delegate tasks or decline additional responsibilities that exceed your capacity. Boundaries in social media. Social media can be a significant source of anxiety. Set boundaries on your social media use by limiting screen time and curating your feed to include positive and supportive content. Unfollow or mute accounts that cause stress or negativity. Boundaries with yourselves. Setting boundaries with yourself is equally important. This includes managing your time, avoiding overcommitment, and ensuring you have time for self-care. Respecting your own boundaries sets a standard for how others should treat you. 6. Building resilience through boundaries. The role of self-care. Self-care is a vital component of boundary setting. Engage in activities that recharge and rejuvenate you. Whether it's reading, exercising, or spending time in nature, prioritize activities that promote your well-being. Reflecting and adjusting. Regularly reflect on your boundaries and their effectiveness. Are they helping reduce your anxiety? Do you need to make any adjustments? Boundaries are not set in stone and can evolve as your needs change. Celebrating your progress. Acknowledge and celebrate your progress in setting and maintaining boundaries. Every small step counts and contributes to your overall well-being. Recognize your efforts and give yourself credit for the positive changes you're making. Practicing mindfulness. Incorporate mindfulness practices into your daily routine to help reinforce your boundaries. Mindfulness can help you stay present and aware of your needs, making it easier to recognize when your boundaries are being crossed and take appropriate action. Seeking feedback. Sometimes getting feedback from trusted friends or mentors can provide valuable insights into your boundary-setting efforts. They can offer perspectives on how well you're communicating your needs and suggest areas for improvement. Using technology to support boundaries. Leverage technology to help enforce your boundaries. Use apps to schedule breaks, limit screen time, or set reminders for self-care activities. Technology can be a valuable ally in maintaining your mental health and respecting your boundaries. 7. Real-life examples ends. 1. Overcommitted at work. Imagine being overwhelmed with work tasks because you can't say no. Setting boundaries by delegating tasks and prioritizing your workload can alleviate this stress. Explain to your boss or colleagues that you need to focus on high-priority tasks to ensure quality work. 2. Personal relationships. In personal relationships, you might feel pressured to attend every social event. Communicate your need for downtime to your friends. Explain that while you value their company, you also need time to recharge. 3. Family expectations. Family expectations can be challenging, especially during holidays or gatherings. Set boundaries by discussing your limits with family members beforehand. For example, let them know you can't stay for the entire event but will be there for a few hours. 4. Social media. If you find yourself getting anxious from social media, set boundaries around your usage. Decide specific times when you'll check social media and stick to them. Use tools to limit your screen time and avoid engaging in negative or stressful content. Setting personal boundaries is essential for managing anxiety and improving your overall well-being. By learning to say no and prioritizing your needs, you can create a healthier, more balanced life. Remember, boundaries are a form of self-respect and are crucial for maintaining mental health. Thank you for joining me today as we explored the importance of personal boundaries in managing anxiety. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on mental health and wellness. Let's continue to support each other in creating a balanced and anxiety-free life. Until next time, take care and set those boundaries.